quiet. From midnight to morning, I'm burning my oil. The track is titanium, I'll make it bend like aluminum foil. I'm looking at sun every song when I'm featuring my.
I can't think of a thing to say. Fuck it.
This is the Variety Show. I'm Mike, and I am joined again with Tony. What's up?
What's up, Mike?
Yeah, we gonna since the new Chucky coming out, they remaking the whole franchise. We're gonna talk about the movies of the Child's Play, the original movies. We not gonna do. We're gonna do Curse and Cult of Chucky in a separate video. Probably because, well, really, I didn't really care about those movies anyway. What you think? Did you like those movies?
No, not really. Especially not the last one. I mean, it had a couple of funny parts, but it wasn't nothing like the original.
Yeah. For someone you grew up watching the original Chucky, so it came out in 1988. Tell me about like time, like yo, how was it like growing up and watching this movie, and how was it like you having like a toy and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's good that you mentioned the year because I'm an '80s. Chucky and I grew up together. But that was like the first like horror movie that I liked. I thought it was funny. No, it was, and that's the two my favorite two categories. Comedy and horror. That first one, that when Chucky, like I knew it was gonna be a good movie when it started off and the mom realized that he was working without batteries.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was yeah.
when she was trying to put it together and told him to talk and he called her a stupid bitch. That man, I lost it. I stopped laughing.
Yeah. And it was crazy because the original Child's Play, the very first one, that movie was more build up, and you didn't really get to see the comedy side of Chucky until the next movies after that. But we gonna get to it, huh?
Yeah, I say yeah, most definitely. I definitely
So,
saw more comedy as the movies.
so yeah, we're gonna do Child's Play 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna do the Bride of Chucky, and we're gonna do the Seed of Chucky, and maybe we'll come back to do Curse and Claw. But this is pretty much a series that we're gonna do. You don't mind being on all the series with me with all the horror movies, do you?
I don't mind.
All right, so the Child's Play franchise is the first one. Leave in the comment section which franchise y'all want to do next, because there's a whole bunch of them. We could do the Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Hellraiser, all of them. Final Destination. There's so many great horror movies. Texas Chainsaw Massacre we can do, but today we're gonna focus on Chucky, and his remake is coming out. So what you think about the remake?
Uh, it's from going off the trailer. It's something that I mean, I want to check out just because I've seen the rest of them. I might as well go ahead and check this one out too. Hopefully, it's good. It's better. Hopefully, it's better than the last two that came out.
Yeah, but do you think it's gonna be better than the original? I don't think so
I don't,
because
I don't think.
I really don't think so either because what's his name? Brad Dorff, the voice of Chucky. He's pretty much he's pretty much Chucky to me. When I think of Chucky, I think of Brad Dorff, the voice of Chucky, and he's probably going to be hard to replace. I can't
Yeah,
think of the actor that's going to play him, but he let's just say he got a hard job to do. See if he can do. I don't think he's going to do better than him, but who knows? Maybe he might knock it out the park and do a good job.
hopefully.
So
But
yeah,
believe it
we're
or
gonna.
not, man, I work with somebody that laugh just like Chucky. I'm not lying. I laugh every time I hear him laugh. Like, this shit is funny as hell. That's how I think about him. Like this movie Child's Play. Almost every time I work with this, I told him, and he said nobody else told him that, but like he thought it was funny when I said it. Like he laughed just like Chucky when he laughed.
So let me ask you this: how like growing up, how scared were you and other kids when this movie come out? Like going to school, after seeing this movie, and how did kids and you react to this movie?
I can't remember how the other kids reacted, but it it really didn't like scare me like that. But it made me like be more cautious when I more aware like when I was around like any type of dolls. And I'm
Yeah.
just a couple of times I found myself staring at them for a couple minutes, but that blew past. It went away.
And I am aware that this is your favorite horror movie franchise, right?
Yeah,
You actually had a Chucky dolls and all of them.
yeah. 'Cause, I mean, actually, man, it's actually it's still it's grown people out here that's actually afraid of them damn dolls. Like I got pulled over once, and and Chucky was in my trunk, like in the back of my in my truck in my Tahoe, and one of the officers, he one of them was questioning me, asking me, about the usual license, registration, insurance, and his partner was walking around the truck, shining his flashlight, checking it out, and he called his partner to the back and was like, "Is that a damn Chucky doll?" And his partner was like, "Yeah." He walked up to me. He was like, "Take care of your tickets and warrant." He was like, "Go home. Let me go." I can say the Chucky got me out of a ticket. It didn't work for me all the time, but that time, like,
Hello?
yeah. And then one time, I went through valet at MGM, and my Chucky dog, he was in the back. And when I was leaving, the valet pulled up with all my windows rolled down, and he didn't even stay for his tip. He just gave my keys and took off. I looked at my face like I knew I forgot to put the dial up. I forgot to take him out, but yeah, so I just thought that was so funny. And then, I had the dial sitting in my car. I had Chucky and a bride. Somebody broke in my car just for them dials. They left my radio, my ID, my debit card, the little money I had in my armrest. They just broke in the car just for them dials.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's real crazy. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's start talking about the very first Child's Play movie. It came out November 9th, 1988. The plot of this movie. Oh, this is spoiler. Oh man, this movie been out so long. If y'all haven't seen it, I'm sorry, we spoiling the movie. This movie been out for 30. I want to say almost 30 years now. So we spoiling the movie here today. So pretty much, Charles Lee Wright was gunned down by a cop, by Detective Mike Norris, and he pretty and Charles Lee Ray pretty much did voodoo and possess and put his soul inside of a doll, and a single mother, gave it to her child Andy. And yeah, that's pretty much the plot of the movie. What you think of this movie? Like the very first movie. Like I love the movie. The acting was good, even though a lot of people said Andy's acting wasn't that believable. What's the kid's name? Alex Vincent. His acting as Andy wasn't that convincing, but I feel like he did a pretty good job for a kid actor playing this movie. What you think?
Yeah, I feel like he did a good job too. I mean, who gon' what person in their right mind gonna believe you until they experience it themselves that the damn doll is alive?
Yeah, and I'll be honest. If a kid came up to me and tell me that his doll is haunting him, I probably won't believe him either. I'll think he's delusional. And I think that was pretty much the great story. I think that was great storytelling throughout the first movie because the mother didn't believe him at first. The detective really didn't believe him. And pretty much close to the end of the movie, it was this all who done it. It was pretty much I told you so, and everybody believed that the doll was possessed, and it was just great. The whole movie's build up. The puppeteering of the Chucky doll was great. It was just a great movie, and you had one thing about this movie. You didn't really get a lot of kills, but one of the most famous kills was when the babysitter picked up the doll. No, that's the other one. She hit the Chucky hit the babysitter in the head and she fell out the window and died. And I think that was just one of the most iconic scenes from the franchise. What was your memories of this movie? Talk about like scenes that you really like.
Well, the scene was when the mom first found out that he was alive. That was like my favorite one.
That actually scared me when I first saw it. When she noticed that there weren't no batteries in it, and she took the back off and found there wasn't no batteries in it, and then she would like talk to me, and then he just
Yeah,
twisted his head.
it started going off, and then he bit her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was a good movie to me. What one thing, one part that I didn't get in that movie was when he went to the guy. I forgot his name. The black guy that he was working
Oh,
with.
the voodoo man. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't understand why that guy made a voodoo dollar himself. Like, if you make a mistake and break the dollar or something, just like you saw what Chucky did to him in the movie. So it's no way in hell that I would make a voodoo dollar myself
Yeah.
and something like that could happen.
That was a pretty cool scene though. It was kind of funny, but it was pretty cool. Like he broke the doll's arm, and then the man arms broke. That was that was pretty good. You ready to talk about the second movie, or you got anything to say? Oh, first, what you rank this movie, the first Child's Play?
Rank it out of what?
Let's go 1 through 5.
I would go with 5.
Um,
It,
I I will
it,
too. I'll go.
it,
Hello, go ahead.
yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with a 5. It was a great movie. Next one, Child's Play 2. Now, this takes place 2 years after the first one, and the movie came out 2 years later, 1990, November 9th, 1990. Now this one, the mother was his mother was sent to a nut house, and Andy was forced to go into a foster family, and you got and you could tell he was still traumatized throughout the movie, and for some reason they thought it was okay to bring the doll back to life. So that's pretty much the plot of this movie. What you think about the second movie?
Um, I I like the second movie. I like actually it really wasn't nothing about the movie that I didn't like. Like it was just that cult. That's when the cult of Chucky. That's when it kind of went down for me. But the second movie, like my favorite scene was like towards the end, like when they went to the
Factory.
factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. It had so much potential. One thing I didn't like about this movie, I thought it was dumb that I didn't get why it took Chucky 2 years to come after Andy because like we didn't see it yet, but we eventually see Chucky can put himself back together himself. I really didn't understand why it took 2 years to come back. Also, the fact that Chucky tried to make it seem like that Andy was killing the um the family that he was with. I didn't get that. I didn't really get that either. And they tried to do the slow build up like they did in the first one. I think that was really unnecessary. I think they should have just kept with just Chucky. And this was when you get to see Chucky being the comedy character that he will eventually become too. But the kills were great, and throughout the whole movie, you had decent amount of kills. The scary one was when you remember the scene when Chucky wrote a note to the teacher,
Oh,
and
you
the
talking
teacher,
about on that paper
yeah.
when, when he said "fuck you"?
And he had to get the attention, and then the teacher died, got killed. That was actually scary when Chucky jumped out of closet and just stabbed the teacher. That scared me. Like watching that when I was rewatching the movie. That was pretty scary. So you ready for Child's Play 3?
Yep.
Child's Play 3. Now this one I feel like had the most potential in the whole thing because now it's been years since Chucky the doll, and now Andy is now a little older. I think he's in his teenage years. I don't know how old the Pacific age of him, but he's in his teenage years now. He's in military school, and and he wasn't really the threat in this movie anymore. It was the little black kid Tyler. He was.
Yeah. Chucky was trying to be black.
Yeah, you remember when he saw
And
Andy, he gonna say, "I'm not trying to kill you no more. I'm gonna be a bro." He gonna say, "I'm gonna be a bro."
yeah,
Andy, how you've grown.
You're not gonna kill me. You need me. You need to transfer your soul into my body.
Wrong again, wimp. I got some fresh meat lined up, and I'm not gonna let you spoil it. Not this time.
Tyler.
Yeah, just think. Chucky's gonna be a bro.
yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna not to jump off a little bit, but he did the same thing with Red Man. He
Oh
told
yeah,
he's like, I'm gonna be black. Check it out.
we gonna get to that one too. Because that one we probably gonna stay on that for a while. Cause the last two that we gonna talk about is probably the funniest ones. But this one was funny. This one was pretty funny too. I like and let me address the elephant in the room. Andy was replaced. He was played by a different character, by a different actor, Justin Wallens. It wasn't Alex Vincent anymore. And this movie, it took place at a military school, and one thing I did like about the movie, you had characters that you like, and you had characters that you don't like, characters that you want to get killed. So I think that adds a great dynamic to horror movies when you have those types of characters because you can get more invested into the films. Shelton, I did not like Shelton.
I
You
don't
remember?
think no. I don't. I
Uh,
think everybody. I don't think nobody liked him. I think everybody was waiting on him to get killed. But I thought that was like creative, like how they went for those paintball wars and
oh,
Chucky
yeah. We played
paintballs. Yeah,
real bullets. Yeah. I don't understand how did Andy get the girl at the end. Like that's real unrealistic to me. But maybe she like weak people, I guess. But yeah, now you ready to get to the next one?
Yep.
All right, The Bride of Chucky. This movie was funny. You got Jennifer Tilly in this movie. She's Tiffany in this. She plays Tiffany, Chucky's girlfriend. What she got to say about this one?
Um, I thought I thought it was a good movie. Like the way that they set it up, and like Chucky was actually working with somebody this time,
Yep. And
and
go ahead.
and this movie like it had actually had a lot of like funny parts to me. Like this when it started being more fun to me. Like one of my favorite scenes was when
The sex scene.
that I mean that was fun. Like one of my favorite ones was like when Chucky was crawling around on the ground, and the only person that noticed him crawling was the guy getting high in his car. Chucky gonna give him the finger, and that guy gonna say "rude fucking dial." Like he ain't think like he already thought like, okay, I must be high off my ass just to see something like that. But he gonna react to it and gonna say "rude dial," and when Chucky gave him the finger, like I thought that was so funny.
Yeah. I'd never seen dolls have sex before. That was the first time I ever seen anything like that. You just the fact that the the whole movie was good. It was great camera work, the great puppeteering because you even got Tiffany smoking a cigarette in this movie and exhaling. I think that was great how good they was able to do it. And I like also how this was pretty much the homages. Like you get to see when they showed the evidence closet, they showed the Michael Myers mask, they showed it was even a kill. I don't know, it was a kill when a bunch of needles went into this guy's head, and that was a homage to the Hellraiser
Yeah,
series.
Hellraiser. Chucky gonna say looks familiar.
Yeah, it was real funny. It was funny because you got to see Chucky actually deal with relationship, and I thought it was just funny throughout the whole movie. But the next movie is probably my favorite movie. Let's talk about The Seed of Chucky.
See the Chucky now. That my one of my favorite scenes in that movie was when Shitface first introduced himself to them, and Chucky was roasting the shit out of himself and wasn't even didn't even realize it. So this kid must have fell off the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. Somehow I feel bad for the parents, not knowing it was his ass.
Tiff?
Chucky?
Who the hell are you?
Shitface.
Now, what kind of a name is that? Where are your mother and father?
Judging from that face, my guess is they're hiding.
Shut up, you asshole.
Well, come on. It looks like the kid fell off the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. I mean, you gotta feel bad for the parents. I wonder what they must look like.
Man, the Seed of Chucky was real funny because the whole movie was breaking the fourth wall. You got everybody that returned. You got Redman in this movie. It got Redman in this movie. You had everybody, and I like the fact that Jennifer Tilly was playing herself and the doll.
Yeah.
And what was the plot of this movie?
The plot, I really can't talk about the plot like that. It's I just like how they went about like trying to like the pregnancy, like it was a what demonic like pregnancy, and it's like it was like more advanced. It wasn't a normal
Yeah,
pregnancy. It was just something like that happened what overnight.
yeah, it seemed like it.
And when she
um,
gave birth
Go ahead.
and had twins, and one of them, of course, one of them was good and one of them was bad.
No, that's one thing that I want to talk about. I didn't really get that. Cause pretty much the what's the I forgot the other Dow the Dow name. He pretty much I don't get how he was pretty much split into two personalities. To like I don't think your soul like if I'm schizophrenic, I don't think both of you only have one soul, so that's how pretty much they was transferring. That's pretty much how Chucky was able to transfer himself into the Dow. Just because you got split personalities, that doesn't mean you can split your soul into two people. I didn't really get that.
No, I didn't get that either. Now that we talking about it, um, when they actually had like the little kids, and one of them they had the girl and the boy, one of them was good, one of them was bad. Like we didn't hear from them again after that.
Yeah, I really don't.
I'm just not realizing that.
Yeah, it left with a lot of unanswered questions, and I didn't I didn't really get it. That's one thing I probably don't really care about the movie, but the whole movie was funny by itself. The fact that they tried not to kill, but that didn't last long. Um, it
Come
was
on, you
just
know that.
funny, huh?
Say, come on now, you know that won't gonna last long. Chucky, he made a pact with his wife, and he stabbed her in the back. That's what he
Yeah.
do.
And I like when he got the axe and knocked down the movie. I mean, he knocked down the door, and it was another homage to I forgot the name of that scary movie where he said, "Here's Johnny." What's the name of that scary movie? Wasn't
That was Misery.
I
Oh,
think
what? No,
I think it was
that wasn't
Silent of the Hills or something like that. Or
Yeah,
I don't know.
that movie, but I know exactly what you're talking about because that was
Yeah,
Jack Nicholson, right?
yeah, Jack Nicholson. And
Yeah,
when Chucky did it, he'll like when he hit the axe and he showed his face, then he gonna say, "I don't know
breathing
what to say."
hard. Yeah, breathing all hard. So I don't know what to say.
Yeah. But the whole movie was just making fun of itself, and I thought I thought it was just a great movie. Probably like even though that's my favorite movie, I probably don't. I won't give it a 5 out of 5 because I didn't give it a. I don't really understand the ending. I wish they would probably elaborate on the ending more. Also, I think this movie probably had the less amount of kills throughout the whole franchise, even though the kills that they did have were great, like the beginning kill when Chucky and Tiffany had the knife. I mean, not the knife, had the string and it ripped off his head. The decapitation scene, but and then how Redman died. Man, that was probably the most brutal kill I've seen throughout the whole movie. But I wish we would have had more kills throughout the franchise, throughout that movie. So which like See the Chucky is my favorite from the movie. What was your favorite?
You said See the Chucky was your favorite?
Yeah, Seed of Chucky was probably one of the most entertaining movies. Wait, I don't think it's my favorite. I don't really know what's my favorite movie from the whole franchise. What's your favorite movie from the whole franchise?
Um, to me, I'm going back and forth between the first one and the Seed.
Yeah, the first one is probably one of my favorites too. I like the first one, and probably Bride of Chucky was great.
Yeah, it was
Now,
the first one.
go ahead.
I said no, that was it. It was the first one and the Seed for me.
Okay. Does this movie still holds up today? Like, if you show a kid this movie that never seen this movie, do you think this movie will still hold up? You think he will like it, or he or she will like it? What you think?
I think they will.
I think they will too, but I don't know, man. It's like these kids today, man. They can't. I don't think they're gonna like the very first Chucky movie because the movie was slow. The movie was slow pace. It was kind of a slow pace because you needed time to build up and it didn't get to the action. And now, if you notice with the scary movies or just movies in period, it was pretty much action, action, action with not a lot of build up. And I think that is probably a reason why a kid probably might not enjoy movies like this. But who knows? Maybe they will. But yeah, what horror movie franchise you want to review next?
We could do any one. No, I love horror movies. Whatever one you choose. But going off the movie for a little bit, like for a hot second, like I saw a video on YouTube, that bus stop prank with Chucky. Man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you talking about when train station, not like a bus station?
Yeah. When he got
Yeah.
glass and he was scaring the shit out of everybody. Like that had me
Yeah.
rolling. Like a couple of people
Go ahead.
picked up with each other. Like once he broke the glass, it was like every man for themselves. Like some of the guys said F they girls, some of the parents said F they kids. Like it was like you on your own type.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna do this little thing. What would you do if you was Andy as a little kid? What would you do
I try to
if
kill
you
him
got a
myself.
doubt?
If I try to kill him myself. I mean, who gonna believe that this doll is alive?
Yeah, I agree. But one thing I don't really like. Chucky is not my favorite. I always have fun watching Chucky movies, but he's not probably my favorite from the horror franchise because he's a doll. Like I he's a doll. Like I can understand if he creep up on you, but I don't understand how he's a threat for real.
Cause he 2-3 feet tall,
Yeah.
and he got a lot of people afraid of him.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I just don't understand.
I could see it by little kids, but should no grown adult be afraid of this little doll?
Yeah, I agree. And that's probably the reason why it's probably not my favorite franchise because
It's
yeah,
actually around, but that's like somebody. I don't know. I ain't gonna say. It's like somebody being afraid of a bug. Well, it is people out here that's afraid of bugs, but like you gotta realize some of these bugs are more afraid of you than you are of them, just because of the size difference.
yeah. What's your favorite kill throughout the whole franchise of the whole Chucky franchise?
It would be Chucky.
No, your favorite kill.
My favorite kill. I thought you said my favorite character.
Oh no, your favorite kill throughout the whole Chucky franchise.
I like the kill when like right before they had sex, how she threw the bottle, how Tiffany
Oh
threw the
yeah,
bottle and broke the glass.
yes, that's my favorite kill too. Is that one and the seed of Chucky when the old man. We forgot to talk about Chuck. You call like Chucky in there masturbating. Like what the heck? Like who? Like I don't know who came up with that idea, but the old man, the man that was taking pictures, and Chucky got the way he killed him, he pretty much melted his face off, and his face
Yeah,
started.
I was gonna talk about that one too because Chucky he took a picture with that. And I guess it was like creating a father son moment. Like I thought that was funny.
Yeah, the whole if you I recommend this franchise to people because you have great kills and the whole the plot was great. The first all the movies are good, pretty good movies. You'll have fun watching every single movie. Probably not the Curse or the Cult, but you'll have fun watching the the Seed and the Bride of Chucky. But I'll give all these movies, like if I rank the whole franchise, I'll give the franchise probably a 3.5, 4 out of 5. What about you? Would you recommend this franchise to people? To a horror fan that probably haven't seen, to a person that never seen horror movies that want to get into horror movies, would you recommend this franchise?
Yeah, I would, and I'll give it a 4 just because I didn't like the Cult and the Curse. I mean, they were all right, but it's nothing like the first one.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, that'll do it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to his channel too, Lou Smith. I'll leave it down in the description. So any final thoughts?
No, to anybody that hasn't seen the Chucky pranks, they should check it out.
I'll leave that in the description too. So yeah, we out. Peace.
She say it ain't me, it's the God of me, yeah. Don't like what I say, then I'm following me, yeah.